Hello friends, it's me, Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, also known as the Chatty Penpal channel, and I'm here today with a penpal project I'm actually super excited about. I really liked making this one and I also really hope that you guys will like it. Whew. I don't know if I know how to do this anymore. For those of you who missed it, I have been gone a while. I will talk about that later. I don't know if I'm going to talk about that in this video, but maybe later. And I also have a little announcement. When I upload this, it's actually my birthday. So I figured if there was any day I was gonna come back to YouTube, it might as well be my birthday. So what you've seen me do so far is I have a little trial version. Usually when I try out a new project that is different from what I've done before, or when I know that I'm going to use paper that I really like, I make a trial version. So I'll just grab some paper that I'm going to toss out anyway, or paper that I know I won't really use probably in any future, and I just make a little trial version so that I know the measurements are correct, especially in this project, because if you've seen the clip at the beginning, I made 4 envelopes that are different in height but the same width. And when you use an envelope punch board, let me tell you, even if you follow the measurements to a T, I love the envelope punch board, don't get me wrong, but somehow they're not the same width. So I figured I would make a test version. It actually matches pretty well. I think they might differ in like half a centimeter, maybe like a millimeter difference, but it ended up being quite okay, so I'm quite pleased with that. If you want to follow along, I should have my measurements, the measurements I used, somewhere in a notebook, so I will put them in the description box down below, but I encourage you to just make whatever. If you don't have an envelope punch board, you will figure out a way to do this. If you don't know how to make envelopes from scratch, I have a video about that, yay. There's many more ways. You do not need the envelope punch board, you can make them any way you like. So you saw me mess around with the paper a lot because I was trying to figure out which envelope goes where. I ended up using 3 papers from this paper pad I have. It's called Bonita. I forgot the brand. It's a Spanish brand. I really like it. I've had it for a while. And one envelope, the last one, the pink one in the back, is from Flow magazine. Like, it's a Flow magazine poster, I think. I'm not going to use the poster, so I'm actually just using the back of the poster, which is bright pink, and I quite like that. So when I use the envelope punch board, I use an app called Envelope Punch Board Calculator, and it gives you obviously the measurements for the envelope. However, some of the flaps of the envelopes were too long, like they were overhanging the bottom. So what you saw me do is actually trace one of the other envelopes to fix that. I can't really give you measurements on that. I eyeballed it, but yeah, I don't know. You can figure that out as well. The next thing I'm going to do is a little bit difficult to explain. I've done a video with this method, this binding style once before, but basically you create this zigzag. I should have measurements on this, I think, but in all honesty, I just grabbed a paper scrap that I had left, and I end up cutting a piece off. So this is not the best tutorial, I'm sorry, but basically what you do is you create a zigzag binding style. I cannot explain that in this video, but I will find a video that explains it for you. If you don't want to do this, you can obviously... Oh yeah, I'm trying to explain it still, but it's too difficult, and this video would be 7 hours long if I tried to explain it here. You can try and follow along if you like. Basically, if I want to explain it, what you do is you have these U-shapes, and like I think are called valleys and something else. You have... Am I going to try and explain this? Maybe. You have these V-shapes, you see, like every... one of the folds is a V shape, and what you do is you stick one of the envelopes into one of the V shapes, and then you skip one, and then you have the next one and you put an envelope in it, and then you skip one. So you keep skipping and skipping and skipping, and it creates like skip envelope, skip, envelope, skip, envelope, and then it creates this binding style. I have no clue. If you've done this before, this will probably make sense to you. If you haven't, it's gonna sound really weird, but you will see what I'm doing in a second. And like I said, please just use what I always say, use this video as a guideline. Look at what I'm doing and just have fun with it. You can stick this together with washi tape for all I care. It's still gonna look fun. I just decided to do this binding style because I hadn't done it in a while and because it's quite sturdy and fun. And as you can see here, I had a paper that I just randomly folded, and then I had extra paper left and I just cut that off. So what you can see here is not the finished result. The last thing you need to do, as you can see, is actually glue all of the bottom V shapes together. This is the best tutorial ever. Maybe I should have done an easier tutorial for my first video back, but I just really like this video. I love the colors. I love this collection. I love how the project ended up. I had so much fun making this. I really like the person I sent it to, which is Emma. Emma, I kind of forgot. Did you receive this or not? If you're watching my video, Emma from the UK, Ems, Emma Lou Loves. I don't remember if I ever saw that you received it or not. The next thing I'm doing is I realized, because I am a klutz, that you're actually going to see the binding, and I don't really like the paper that is on the inside. I thought you wouldn't see it because I picked yellow, and the yellow is on the outside, not the inside. So what I ended up doing is just covering all of the binding up with some washi tape. It's not perfect at all, but it does look kind of fun, and in the end I don't really mind it that much anymore. So what you see me do here is just clean it up a little bit. So that is the base of this project. Now on to the fun part, which is the decorating. I stopped filming here because I actually couldn't find my pink Velcro dots, and I knew I had to use the pink Velcro dots. So I actually postponed continuing until I found them again. What I'm doing here, my pink Velcro dots are from Craftelier, but I don't know, maybe other brands have them too. What I'm doing here is I'm actually cutting them in half. First of all, it saves you half a Velcro dot, which is great. You can get more use out of them. But the main reason why I'm doing that is because they're quite strong. And if you use the full thing, you're actually going to destroy your envelope when you try and open it. Like, it's so strong, you might accidentally rip the paper. So that's why I use half Velcro dots instead. Like I said, we're on to the fun part, which is decorating. That little messy box is a box full of girl stickers, or die kits in this case, because it's just regular printer paper. Most of them I printed from Hippie Post. If you follow me on Instagram, you see me tag her all the time. Her girl stickers really are very adorable and so cute. This is not sponsored, I paid for these, blah blah blah, but I just like using them so much I figured some of you might as well. So what I'm doing is I'm going through this project kind of randomly, and I'm finding all sorts of pastel goodies that I thought would match. I also have some matching die kits from this collection that didn't come with the set, but that I bought with the set. Which is cute, obviously, but I have so many more things in my stash that are gonna match one way or another. Normally I would start with the first envelope and work up from there, but I just decided to randomly go front and back, and just figure out what I wanted to work on at the time. So, now that I have some time, and now that I talked through the first 9 minutes of this video, that's my word punch. I'm just gonna write Emma, which is the name of the receiver. So like I said at the beginning of this video, today is actually my birthday. I mean, if you're watching this late, then it's not anymore. But when I'm planning at least on uploading this on my birthday. My birthday is on the same day every year, which is February 12th. And I quite strongly dislike my birthday. I think I used to like my birthday as a kid, but I've always, for as long as I can remember it, I've always found it quite stressful somehow. I don't really like celebrating it. It's not necessarily that I'm afraid of getting older, although I'm turning 28 this year, which does feel kind of significant. Like, oops. I think there's just a lot of pressure around birthdays. Like, you have to do something super fun and you have to have lots of friends to celebrate it with. And also, for me personally, there's just this pressure of, oh shit, excuse my language, I'm 1 year older. Should I not start accomplishing things with my life? And don't get me wrong, if I look at my life, I feel like I've accomplished a great deal. Like my anxiety story, I've managed to overcome quite a bit, and I've managed to find a way in life, and all of that is kind of great. But sometimes it still gets to me, like, okay, am I doing enough? And I think for me personally, my birthday is just kind of a date where all of that, there's a lot of emphasis on new year. A whole new year to accomplish things, and oh, did I accomplish anything last year? And I'm not saying that as a pity party, because I know that I have accomplished things, of course. But the reason why I wasn't on YouTube, I don't know if I'm really going to explain all of it, but the main reason was that I just had a huge setback with my anxiety, and it's kind of difficult to see my mental health as something that I've accomplished and something that I've grown in when I've just taken 7 steps back. So I know that I'm doing all I can and I'm really fighting hard and all of that, but sometimes it's just a little difficult to be positive about something that is dragging you down so much. So I'm trying, but that is not to say that I don't see my accomplishments in life. Of course, I've done a lot and I am doing really well, and I have lovely people all around me, and I have a great set of friends, and I have this YouTube channel that I'm really proud of, and my work is fun, and I'm actually doing a whole bunch of new things now, which is both scary as well as exciting. So I definitely shouldn't be hard on myself, but that, my friends, is easier said than done. So usually I try to fill the day, my birthday, or the weekend of my birthday, or the week of my birthday with as many fun things as possible, which in my case, let's be honest, is mainly centered around food and doing things I like. So I am recording this ahead of time, so it hasn't happened yet, but I have plans. Many of them include foods that I am not supposed to eat anymore because I can't really digest gluten and lactose, and the majority of things I want to eat include either or both of them. Either one or both of them. So yeah, that's not great, but I'm just planning on celebrating this year instead of, like worrying too much about it. And normally in the past few years, at least the past 2 years, I don't actually recall, was it 2 or 3 years? I don't know, but I've usually done a birthday live stream. But like I said, my anxiety hasn't been great. I didn't feel like doing a live stream this year because although it is really fun to catch up with all of you, especially because I haven't seen you for so long, or seen you, you know what I mean, like talk to you all for so long. Although it's really, really fun, it's also kind of stressful because you're live and you can't edit out any of the mistakes. Although I'm doing pretty well in this voiceover, it's like no cuts, no edits yet, so I'm going great. But it's also kind of stressful, so that's why I've decided not to do it this year and just focus on my family and food. But that's why I also decided that I'm gonna upload a video because I thought it would be fun. One of those fun things. Whew, I'm talking a lot. I definitely feel like I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to do this live stream, this voiceover, but I think I'm still capable of the chatty. Let me take a sip of my tea. First, let me talk about the project. I actually found that decorating the smaller envelopes was rather hard. because I only decided to decorate the front because the print is so lovely. I just decided to leave the back. But that makes it quite difficult, because are you going to decorate the flap or the base of the envelope, or are you going to cover anything? It's difficult. So what I decided to do for the second envelope, and what I actually ended up really liking, is decorating it and then carefully cutting it so that you can still open the envelope. So I used a craft knife to cut it. It's not perfect. I did not cut that perfectly, but you know, it works. You can still open the envelope, and I actually ended up really liking that. So like I said, I do have the die cuts from the set, but I am actually not really using them because I have so many fun things. I'm doing it again right here. So many fun things in my stash that actually match this collection because it's just pastel colors. So for this envelope, I have the girl sticker with the butterflies, and I just decided to add random butterflies. The butterfly I cut, someone sent me a pet tape sample. I absolutely love pet tape. It's wonderful. So I just cut two of the butterfly. Slow down, Vivian. Butterflies from the pet tape. And then the third one is from Album Love Handmade, a sticker sheet I got in one of her Patreon packs. And then what I'm adding here is a tiny word set. I actually made these for my Patreon. Normally I would plug my Patreon here. You can sign up to the craft club and all of that, but I actually paused my Patreon. I am 99% sure that I want to return in March. But I don't know. Life keeps happening and stuff keeps changing, and I keep dealing with more and more stuff in my personal life. So I am trying to return, or I want to return in March, but I don't know yet. So you can't actually sign up when it's paused. But I made the printables for my Patreon, and if you were a patron, you could just download them and print them as often as you like. So if I return, definitely do sign up because there's fun things in my craft club. This envelope, I thought it would be the easiest, but I actually struggled with it a lot because I had so much space and I didn't know how to fill it up. So I ended up going with this adorable die cut of a flower stamp that I love so much. And then I have some vintage paper that I'm using to cover the side a little bit to make it a little bit less empty. I actually love the combination of old vintage paper and pastels. I just think it goes so nicely, and I am pretty sure that Emma would like it as well. I have a little washi tape flower that I'm sticking on there. It all feels a little random. Like I felt like it wasn't necessarily coming together yet. It just felt like sticking a whole bunch of things together and then hoping they would match. But in the end I do like it. Like I have some washi dots stickers here, of course. I end up including some as gifts as well. I'm trying to use those like matching colors to kind of bring it together a little bit more, but I don't know, I struggled. And I liked it, but it was not like finished. This snail mail die cut is also one of my Patreon printables. I absolutely love this font. You may recognize it because I use it for my video thumbnails quite a lot. And I loved the way that kind of sticks out at the top. So I ended up going with that. Yep. And then of course what we have left to do is fill the envelopes, which is fun because there's a ton of space. So I made envelopes, but you could also make pockets, or you could make just regular pages that you can flip through. Okay, I'm back. I made a similar project to this one with a different binding style, but with pockets instead of envelopes a couple of months ago. Actually, I think I made this one first and then the other one after, but you would never know because I'm uploading this one now. It's very different, but I completely forgot my point. Never mind. I'm just adding some details, and this is what I think really draws it all together in the end with a white jelly roll, because I add little details with it on every envelope, and I really like that there's something that returns on every envelope, and that kind of ties it all together. And then of course you can never go wrong with Nouveau drops. you can never go wrong with new wardrobes. There was something I was gonna talk about, but I forgot what it was. Anywho, how have you all been? I mean, I'm just out here rambling all about myself and my birthday. I haven't even told you my plans for my birthday yet, other than it involving food. But I'm only here like rambling on about me, and I want to know how you all have been. I absolutely loved, and I want to thank you all for the continued reaching out, I guess I should say, and mentioning me. And I've still, even though I've been gone for more than 3 months, people still tag me on Instagram, people still mention me in their stories, people still share my things, and I just appreciate that so much. Like, it just means so much that I'm somehow still on your minds or in your creative thoughts, I guess, and that just really means the world. So I really want to thank you all. If you shared one of your projects with me, or if you've reached out, or if you follow me on Instagram, all of that, blah blah blah, I just really, it really means a lot. So that is one of my favorite things about this whole community. So I would love to hear from you how you have been. Let me know if you have any fun plans. Like I said, for my birthday I have a few fun things planned. I also had to cancel my plans with friends, but you know, that is something I can look forward to for the future. My plans are, my birthday is on Sunday, and I'm already starting with my plans on Friday, because why the heck not? I have a little self-care day planned. I'm hoping, if the weather is good, to cycle to my PO box in the morning, because that's just fun. I just get to pick up mail, and that's just, oh my gosh, I'm already excited about that. Wow, I can't speak all of a sudden. The second thing I have planned is a little actual self-care moment. I am going to the beauty salon for a facial. Really excited about that. Just, you know, like skincare and a face massage. Absolutely love that, and I really look forward to that as well. And then the rest of the day, I'm just gonna do whatever the heck I want, because I have a day off. So maybe some crafting if I feel like it. And then in the evening, it's just dinner with Gijs and, you know, Netflix marathon probably. Then on Saturday morning we're going to the city center, which I hate, not self-care, but the reason why is fun, because I get to pick out my birthday present. I really wanted new earrings, because I really like those, you know, studs. So I wanted some earrings, but my boyfriend is a little bit afraid of not picking out the right ones, so we're gonna go together, and I get to pick them out myself, and I'm really happy about that. So that is fun. And then of course, when we're in the city center, we are gonna pick up some cupcakes, because there's this adorable shop that has the best cupcakes, and it's my birthday weekend, so heck yes. And then we have to go to my nephew's birthday. He stole my birthday weekend. No, I'm kidding. We have to go to my nephew's birthday, so then I get to see his family a little bit. And then in the evening, we're gonna get some sushi, because I love food. And then on Sunday morning, we're gonna do a nice breakfast. I already bought some croissants and stuff like that, so we're gonna have a nice breakfast. And then we're gonna see my family with cake. I mean, obviously, we need to figure out a cake somewhere. I'm, by the way, filling this up with goodies in case you haven't realized. I think everything kind of speaks for itself, but if you have any questions, let me know. So cake, birthday, family, yes. And then in the evening, we're gonna go out for dinner to a restaurant I really like that has nice food and really good cocktails. So that is fun. I will have a whole weekend. And then normally Gijs would leave for Brussels on Sunday Eve, but he's actually staying until Monday. So on Monday I have to go back to work, but we're just gonna ignore that for now. So, and of course, I have a new video, which is the one you're watching now. If you want to do anything for my birthday, I would be super grateful if you guys would either comment on this video and leave a little like, or even better, if you would share it with your friends, either on Instagram or any other platform you like. That would actually mean the world to me, because as always, I'm returning once again from a little YouTube break. A break I didn't even plan on taking, but that was very needed. And that means this is stamp washi tape. I'm just sticking it on some clear plastic because I don't know how else to share it. It's impossible to share. As always, when returning from a little YouTube break, I'm gonna be at the bottom of the list, so not many people will see this video on their YouTube page, and I would be eternally grateful if you guys would help me reach more people. I don't know if I'm back for real yet. I do have a ton of PO Books mail from November, December, and January, and February if I end up going to my PO Books on Friday, to share with you all. So I have some fun videos planned, and I don't know. I guess we will see what the future holds. So, talking for 25 minutes, you can do it. I'm almost finished. This is how I ended up wrapping up the project. I ended up, as you can see, sending some extra goodies in the pink baggie, and Vivian, slower. I am sending it in a bubble mailer. I don't buy bubble mailers anymore, but I might have purchased 50 at one point that are in a hideous yellow orangey color. So I mean, I'm not buying them anymore because it's like plastic and it's wasteful, blah blah blah. In the end, I think I would prefer just repurposing the ones that people send to me, but I still have about 40 of these beautiful yellow envelopes left, so I'm gonna use them while I can. But I ended up making it fun, I think, with some coloring and some stuff. Very good story. Okay, that's all for me for now. I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to let me know how you've been, and to hopefully share this video if you ended up liking it. I will talk to you all again super soon. I don't know when yet, but you will see me when you see me. Bye for now.